Lisa, and it's Monday, and I finally received, which they just released it like Thursday, I think. Maniology's new. There's a gnat in here. My goodness. Still pardon that. Okay, so I finally got my the nail glue remover, which is brand new from Maniology. They just came out with it last week, and I am trying to decide whether I am going to cut my nails, because I do that every once in a while, and put on some almond shaped ones. We shall see. So this is it, and I was reading the ingredients. It doesn't have any acetone or anything in it. It's got propylene carbonate, hydrogenated polyisobutene, tocopherol, isododecane, I don't know. And then it's got like citronella / nitrile. I think that may be like a fragrance that's to it. But this is the bottle. And when you pull out, you can see that there's some resistance here. I think it's because to keep it from drying up while you're using it, so you can pull it out. This is what it looks like. Okay, so, and then I got a thing of their glue. Now, I usually always use Kiss glue. It's brush-on glue as well, like theirs. And honestly, the print was so small on the Kiss that I couldn't even see. I don't even know if it had the ingredients on it, but theirs does on the box. But it does not have, it's got, let's see, this is the glue, right? Yeah, okay. It's got ethyl cyanose. I don't know, guys. Look, here, let me just get it up here where y'all can read it, and then you can do a little research if you want. Here are the ingredients for the glue. And here are the ingredients for the remover. So hold it here if you want to screenshot it and look it up. Okay, so I have a nail. Yeah, I have 10 of them, but this one right here, you can tell it's not mine. I can, every time I glimpse at it, I'm like, that's not my nail. But anyway, this nail has been on 17 days today. Look, it's not even lifted. Now, I could lift it, and I'm going to with an orange stick. But I mean, that is amazing wear, and they are so like thin, and they feel like your own nail. This is one that also is not my nail, but I want you to look like how close that it looks like my nail, my own nail. So to get they're already buffed and ready to go. These nails are. They're a soft gel, full tip. So what I did to make that look white, so that when this is just the milky, not the milk base coat, yeah, calcium rich milk base coat. So I normally just wear this on my own nails if I just want to like not worry about it. So when I would put it on this one that was artificial, obviously you wouldn't see any white here because it doesn't have any color to them. So I took the color coconut and just painted some on there, and then went over it with the milk base coat. It looks better on this one than it does on this one. But so we are going to attempt to use this today, because this one needs to be changed. And like I said, now I have, this one is broken. Look, you can see right here. Ouch, right? So I'm seriously considering chopping off and wearing an almond tip, which I have some right here from Maniology. Oh, it wouldn't be a Melissa video if I didn't knock a bunch of crap over with it. So let me pull back the camera a little bit. Okay, so what I have on right now are, these are considered a short square, okay? That's the length. Of course, this looks longer, I think. I don't want to flip y'all the bird, but I think this looks longer than my thumb, but it's the same. So this is what you get. And you can see the ones I've used here, or there's one I didn't use, but actually I was trying to size it. So they come 30 on this one thing here. So there's a size for everybody. I mean, it even goes down to these tiny little ones, which my pinky nails are extremely small. So it'll be one of these tiny ones down here. So that's what I have on right now. Now I have the almond, short almond, and I normally always kept my nails filed in almond shape. I just love them in almond. But I also like something that I can still type with, you know. So this is the almond tip. I think this one is the size for my thumb, but I would have to do a little bit, obviously a little bit more checking. But so yeah, but we're gonna take off, attempt to use the new remover, and then hopefully by the end of this video and I get done editing it, I will either have all new nails that I might stamp. I've not done that. I've done my own creative set, but I might, or I might just put them on and polish them. I'm not sure. So let's get started and let's attempt to take these off. Now I'm going to pause it because you have to let it sit for 5 to 7 minutes after you get your first drops of glue. So it says lift, and it's very easy. I can already see this, and this one will come off like so easy because it's been on there, it's grown out. Look at the growth right here. I've been kind of careful not to do this particular thing. I don't want, because that would drive me crazy, and then I would pick at it. So I'm going to gently kind of push my cuticle back, and you can see like how much my nail has grown since that's just been on there. So I'm gonna kind of do this, and I'm gonna just gently, you can see it, like it'll probably pop off without me doing anything, but I don't want to do that. I want to, this one I'm gonna take off as well, attempt to. It has a bad break way back here, and I just took a warm bath. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but I am able to get up under this tip. I'm telling you, these wear so well. Like 17 days, come on, I've never had a tip or anything like wear that well. So I do like the Kiss nail glue. I like it, one, because as a brush, so you can manage it where it goes a whole lot better. So I apply it to my nail and some to the actual tip as well, which is the way that you're supposed to. And like as you can see, like I'm just getting it to lift a little bit back here in the back, and I'm going to attempt to get some of this remover started on this one, but this other one over here is going to be a breeze to take off, I have a feeling. This one may take a couple of rounds, okay? But let's go ahead and let me apply. It says 1 to 2 drops is all you need to put on here. So I'm going to start right back here. It hasn't dropped on there yet. Oop. Well, it dropped on the paper. It's hard to tell, 1 to 2 drops. Okay, let me just see if I can get, I like how that bottle stays like that, because that, I think, would keep it from disintegrating to keep it from evaporating. I mean, you can already see like it worked, but I want to let it sit there. I'm going to put one more drop on here. Look at that. That's where I had color seep down under there. And I mean, look at that. It's already like lifting. So I'm going to go ahead and put some over here. I think this one will be a little bit harder to get off, but if it works as well as that side over there, we will be trucking. So I'm going to do like I did and just kind of raise that just a little bit. Let that get down in there, because the last thing I want to do is damage my natural nail. That is not what I'm all about. I normally remove them with jojoba oil. That's usually what I do, but I'm gonna give this a try. I'm gonna let it sit there. This one's already looks like it's gonna come right off. So let's I'm gonna go ahead and start the timer for about 5 minutes and check this one on the left. Be back in 5 minutes. Look at this. So this is black polish. I can't remember what I had on. I don't know if it was black, but I did have on, look at this, guys. It's so disintegrating this nail, which is what it needs to do. I still, again, I don't want to rush. I don't want to, I don't want to damage my natural nail. This is polish, I know it is. That's all it is. So what I want to do now is I want to get up under right here to make an opening here as we're getting out towards the free edge of the, or towards the end of my nail, towards the free edge. I want to get another opening here where I can do some more of this. So it's all about just taking your time, don't be in too big of a rush. I usually am always rushing to do everything, but you can really damage your nail if you get in too big of a hurry. And I can see a big pocket right here. What I want to see if I can do is like put this right here, maybe just stick it down in here and allow a little bit of an opening there to drip some of this in there. Okay, I felt that go down in there, and then that's holding it open just a tad bit. And then see if I can't do the same. I think some went down over on this side as well. I haven't even attempted anything on this other side, so this one's been on here longer. It's ready to come off. It's like, I give up. I've been on here like over 2 weeks, lady. So I was going to take it off this weekend, and then I was like, oh no, I'm going to wait for this stuff to come to try. So I'm going to go back and let this sit and get this nasty looking stuff off here. These tips are just great. So let's see. So at 451, I put more on there. I'm going to see what this looks like, because as I said, this tip has not been on that long, but yes, it has already started to dissolve. You can see this nail glue, which is the Kiss nail glue. So when I use their set, put on another set, which I do think I'm going to do, just because I want it on both. I want to have the tips on both my thumbs, and both middle fingers are broken. And so that's like 4 of my nails. And I'm just like, you know what? I want to go back to almonds. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do what I did. I'm going to stick this in here like this. And I'm going to put some more on here. Again, patience, guys. Patience. You know I don't have it. Y'all watch me. You know I don't have it. But today, I'm going to have patience. This nail actually there's not anything burning or hurting or anything like that. So let's wait another little bit, and another 5 more minutes. Let's see. I've been patient and tried not to mess with these. So here we go. Again, working this one out. This one is on there have been on there this many days. Hard to believe. But just slowly trying to lift this up with the cuticle, orange stick, whatever you want to call it. This is where you want to be careful, is when you get out here to the free edge of your nail, the part where it is growing out, which I cut mine back before I put these on. I'm just going to try to get this in between a little bit and see. It is up and over that. So I'm going to just wiggle this a little bit. Wiggle. I'm not applying any undue amount of pressure, you can see. And then I'm going to come over here and try this side. So I was going to do this live, and I decided, you know what, I get too distracted when I'm live. I tend to want to chat. I wanted to try to stick to the times that they said to. Actually, I might have got black on here off this thing, but anyway, I'm not sure. I did have on some dark polish while I was wearing these tips, so this one's still pretty tight on this side as it comes on down to the free edge. So I'm just going to use this just a little bit of pressure, not much. Do not want to damage that nail, and I'm going to put some right on there. Right out here at the edge, which I think I did right there. It's just very hard to say drop because it just wants to kind of come out on its own without you actually squeezing it. So I'm lifting that up, letting that glue get down in there. And then I'm going to, as I did earlier, put this like this. I may even be able to peel it up just a little bit with my other finger. Yes, look at this, multitask. So I'm gonna put some right here. There we go. I think that's gonna go all the way under it. I felt it going up under there. Now let's look at this one on this side. Again, these are all in 5-minute increments. It said 5 to 7 minutes. So you can wait 7 if you want. I thought I'd just do 5s. And then, oh, I felt that one starting to pop up here in the front. Yep, look at there. 5 minutes, guys. Or actually, maybe it was 10. But this one is already wanting to come off, which is amazing. No pain, nothing. It's got a little bit still attached over here. Again, like I said, towards the fridge. Don't force it. Even though this is so close to being off, I am not going to pull that off because this is where my nail is actually broken over here. So unless it just freely comes off here in just a second on its own, I'm not going to force it. I may give it a little wiggle, but I'm not going to do anything that's going to actually hurt my nail. And I know that I can drip a couple of drops down in there and it's going to run right over there. So that's what I'm going to do. So this is good stuff. I mean, it is really, really good stuff to remove your nails without damaging them, being able to wear tips, and, you know, knowing that you're not going to damage your own nail. Because I do grow my nails back out, and I will, but I do feel like it's just time that I want to wear some tips. So okay, so this one I feel like will come off. It's just got one little patch of glue out here towards the free edge. I can see it. And we're going to go back again for 5 more minutes. Okay, back again. I have been watching a video and not messed with these. So again, coming out here, wiggling. I really figured this one would be the one that would like want to just come right off since it's been on there, but evidently it's decided that it wants to stay on. It's like, I don't want to leave. I've been on your finger 17 days. So it is starting to come up here. Up. I think I felt it. I'm trying to just push down in the main part of the nail. I did cut my nail back. There we go. You can see it starting to come loose. I could get this off. I could pull this off and everything, but I just want to make sure that I don't hurt a real nail under here. So that's why it's pretty stuck right here. So I'm just going to keep on. I'm gonna wiggle it a little bit. This side right here is really, I must have been very generous with the glue when I put it on. So I think actually the other one is going to be easier to get off than this one, which surprises me. I figured this one would pop right off. There we go. I think it is about ready to go. I think that side came loose. It's just a weird feeling because when you start, I don't wear tips a whole lot, so when they start coming loose, it almost feels like it's your own nail coming loose, and you're like, oh, a little bit creepy. But no, this is fine. I'm gonna just keep working with it here. I believe it's getting ready to pop right off. Yep, there it is. And there's just a little bit of glue left right here, and my nail is not hurt. There's my nail underneath. There's a little bit of glue. There's the tip. Now, obviously, these would not be used again. Oh, look at this. Like, this one was just barely holding on by a prayer earlier, so I feel like it will pop right off. There you go. So I'm not sure why that one, and they're so sticky. Like, it just dissolves. And you can see my nail is healthy. My nail is healthy on this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to wash my hands and get some of this off of here. Actually, I'm going to take a little bit of acetone or some alcohol. I'll go alcohol. Let me try that. try to clean it up a little bit. I mean, you can see that my nail is fine. That's glue right there. I need to, what I do when I put the tips on is I do trim my nails back as far as I can, because, you know, if you've got your nail grown out underneath the tip and then you're taking it off, it is pretty common for them to be a little bit very soft and maybe tear like that right there. So yeah, it's very, very soft where I had the tip on, but like I said, I had it on there way longer than I should. So, I would have changed them out, but look at this one. That one was put on there this past week. Look how well that popped off. There's no residual anything on it. Took all the glue. My nail bed's healthy. This one just needs to be cut. It's got a little bit of glue left on it, but I can get it off with a little bit of acetone. I've got to cut this nail back, which is my own nail. And so I think by the end of the video, you guys will see, it may take me a couple days. So see, I've got 2 nails that are broken. This one, so 3. I wanted another one on my thumbs just because I can work better with them with a fake nail. That way I don't have to worry about breaking my own. So if you put it together, almost half of them are decent. Some sides of, anyway, yeah, I think that I might just cut my own nails back and put on these almond ones, and that way I can just take a little break from having to worry about breaking my own nails. So I have to say though, I would recommend not leaving them on as long as I did this one over here. Don't leave it don't leave your nails on for that long. I mean, you would go back if you had on acrylics or something, you go back for a feel. So I would think a week or so. Like I said, this one's been on not quite a week. It came right off. Even though I thought that it would be the harder one to get off, it came off really easy. So I'm anxious to try their tips with their own glue. So this was taking off a glue that was not Maniology glue. It was Kiss. So I hope to surprise you guys at the end of this video, which will probably be the next day, but it won't for you guys. It'll just be the flip of a card and you'll see what I did with my nails. Okay, but there you go. That was taking them off. Highly recommend it. Highly, highly recommend it. So I will see you guys later and I will show you what I did to my nails.